Hi! I'm a guy that creates and watches a lot of video essays on YouTube. Through becoming one with video essays, I have picked up on many of its traditions and tropes. Some of them I really hate seeing, and if you do in your video essay, I will find out your favorite movie and leave a scathing review of it on Letterboxd. I will try my best to not replicate any of the following tropes in my own content, and I am going to talk about 4 of those tropes today and give you an insight on my philosophy on video essays as someone who makes them myself. So, not much left to say. Begin! Number 1. Bloat. Video essays have an infamous legacy for being super long. Sometimes every second of that very long runtime is earned because the thing the essayist is covering is something that just, to be honest, needs a bigger boat. Or the essay just has a lot of worthwhile stuff to say. Let's get to the negative though. Let's get to hating. Some video essayists observe the long video times and believe, oh yes, the length alone is the reason this genre is beloved. So there are video essays out there that are just dead air for over half the runtime. Just like their school counterpart, these essays bring up things that don't matter and use big concepts that don't actually contribute to anything. Sometimes it feels like I'm back in geometry class with some of these videos, man. To give an example on what I'm talking about, slander piece Bad Conservative Horror by In Praise of Shadows. This is one of the most infamous ones I'll be using as a negative example in this video of what not to follow. The most well-known part of this video actually has nothing to do with the original premise. If you want to make a smear campaign against Wendigoon, an actually good video essayist, which I'm probably watching as I am editing this video, at least make it concise and to the point. Shadows accuses Wendigoon of being a racist and legit just yaps about unrelated things the entire time, not a single point sticking. The only reason this slander segment is in here is to piggyback off of the success of a more popular creator through the use of meaningless drama that is itself more filler in the online landscape, making Bad Conservative Horror a filler inception that doesn't prove a single point. I'll double down on that note going into the next segment, because the next bad trope is the next thing to avoid is one that this video also shares. Number 2 is not that deep, little bro, calm down. Sometimes I see videos that take the most normal thing, the most innocent thing, and the guy or girl making the video just goes in, overanalyzes it way too far, and to the point of it just not being fun anymore. Like, bro, it's not that serious. Sometimes it's done in a very funny way, and sometimes it is pestering. These videos are usually made by either the all art is political, actually, people, or the anti-woke grifters. Sometimes there isn't a deeper meaning or hidden alt-right agenda. or woke madness. Sometimes there is just a kids show with the cartoon police dog. Sometimes American dudes own guns. Sometimes there's just a black or gay character. Sometimes there's just a reboot and they make a new black or female protagonist. Sometimes it's not that deep, lil bro. These are high-key the least fun people to be around. These people are the reason why entertainment is tedious now to experience. The anti-woke chuds who smell like rotting fruit in litter box excrement, and then the college-educated moralist journalists are taking apart the media that we enjoy, especially games. I've been trying to keep it peaceful throughout this entire video, but I just had to go off on these two types of people in particular. But that's a topic for another day. But in conclusion, overanalyzing things can be fun if you're self-aware about it, but not if you think you are the second coming of Aristotle because you said chowder was problematic. Take yourself down a peg or 1 million. Moving on.
It's so boring.
How does that work? Where does that exactly come from? It doesn't make any sense.
Make it stop.
Number 3, get on with the video! Alright, I'm gonna calm down for this segment because this is a much more minor error. What I'm referring to here is when the essayist just refuses to get past the opening, doing an absolutely needless amount of hyping up the subject. This is the YouTube equivalent to edging, and I think every YouTuber that does this should be mugged by their high school English teachers. Yes, this is yet another trope that originated from the school counterpart of video essays. Any intro to literally anything, whether it's a video essay, film, or video of the cartel using a katana to sever a man's head from his body. The intro is most likely to be the thing that sticks in a viewer's head the most. If you spend the intro sounding like a terms and service agreement, nobody will get interested in the rest of your liberal arts lecture. Even if the rest of the video puts Steven Spielberg to shame, everybody will have to get through your intro that drags on for too long. The best way to avoid this is to make your intro a little short and sweet, or spice them up with a good build-up to the central premise, or have a framing device the whole essay is built around. It is very, very cheesy when you do that, but I very much love it. Have a good hook, or anything that will stick in the viewer's mind. I'm not saying cater to the short-form, content-addicted lobotomy victims, but just don't edge your viewer to the brink of madness. Especially, do not spend the intro just saying the same thing over and over again in different ways, just like school essays. On to the final trope that I really want people to avoid.
I don't make mistakes. I'm not just like the rest of you. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
Number 4. Talking to me like I'm an infant. I saved my least favorite trope for last. Something about an unearned sense of superiority, especially over the internet, is just supremely lame and kind of sad. You aren't epically owning your opponent with your video essay. You just show yourself as the skin rash on humanity that you are. This trope of video essayists being so high and mighty is especially egregious in the political neck of the woods. Nobody wants to learn through a debate about politics, especially on the post-Gamergate internet. It's part of a larger problem on the internet of debates being viewed less as a discussion of differing viewpoints and instead boxing matches but for entitled male feminists. That's a different discussion for a different day. So let's get back to video essays. This holier-than-thou attitude some video essayists have makes me despise their points more and not want to agree with them, even if I did agree with them when clicking on the video. You know this subreddit called Confidently Incorrect? That's basically another way to describe this common trope. These people pull the DreamWorks face over the most poorly researched and unfounded opinions. These people think they're the most intelligent beings on Earth and God's gift to mankind, while all their information about things comes from Twitter and works-cited crack pipe. These people stew in their gated communities and echo chambers so much, so when they finally get exposed to a wider world of actual facts and not the most brain-rotted takes of all time, they crumble. They are schoolyard bullies that have to suddenly go up against Floyd Mayweather. These people truly embody the archetype of both the locker-shoving victim and perpetrator because they think they are morally superior because of the slogans they bear and the hats they wear. Honestly, I would take the classic angry reviewer over the smug reviewer 100 times out of 100. The average Paw Patrol is propaganda fan versus the a bat credit card enjoyer. On to the conclusion.
Thank you all.
Thank you guys so much for getting me to 300 subscribers. I am so grateful to have a fan base that loves and appreciates my videos. I have some seriously interesting stuff planned for you guys, and I hope that you can see it with me. I started this channel with a dream of sharing my thoughts and passions with the world. Thank you for making my fantasy reality. I was truly not anticipating my past few videos getting so many views and comments. I promise to never forget the people that got me to this milestone. It's not 1 million subs, I'm sure, but I'm still proud of what we achieved. Why we? Well, you guys did the active subscribing and I made the content. Hopefully, we can reach much higher heights in the future. I struggled so much to get here, and because this video is coming out like nearly a month after my last, it's probably gonna get like, what, 3 views. So many all-nighters, so many days spent lonely, so many writer's blocks, and so many more troubles. I am so happy and grateful to get where I am as a YouTuber. This begins the road to 1K and eventually dictator of the galaxy. Stick around for my next video, a video ranking every incel / sigma / literally me movie, and it will release sometime in February as a belated Valentine's Day video, which again I will spend lonely. Well, At least I have you guys. Love you so much. This will mark the first time in channel history I actually stick to a deadline. Goodbye, my travelers. 300 subscribers. Fuck yeah, bitches. Let's fucking go.